I've always been Bud. I've been Bud all my life.
I'm Bud. I've been Bud and will always be Bud.
Oh, I'm Bud all the way.
Teamwork is vital. Without teamwork, nothing happens.
Someone coming off the street, walking in the door and filling out an application has loads of opportunity.
I think that the people coming into Great Bay now have even more of an opportunity than I did because the beer business is so varied that there's more opportunities now.
The change in the industry as far as the acquisition of new packages, we are not core specific like we used to with the equity brands of Anheuser-Busch. We have a lot of different brands. I think it's affected Great Bay is we've had to learn to be a different machine with a lot more moving parts.
We don't change what our business plan is, what our business model is. And from the top down, we believe in doing business the correct way. And we have a lot of integrity as a family and also as a group of senior managers, and I like to think as all our employees do too. And so our job was not to change the way we do business. It's hard. It's a little bit more expensive to do business because we give the kind of service that no one else does, and that's expensive. But we feel like in the long run, it's going to be the best for our business.
The employee of the past basically had to be very strong, very physical. Most of his work was done throwing cases, if you want to call it that, from his truck into accounts.
It's not for everybody. You have to have a personality, and you've got to be willing to work hard.
It's physical. It's physical and it's mental. And that's part of your day.
Unload and load probably about 50 kegs of beer a day and about 200 cases of beer a day on a typical route. So those guys are out there, rain or shine. They're pushing the beer inside back doors of bars and restaurants, and they work hard every day.
We're relentless, and we're driven to do what we have to do. And I have the guys focus on our main core brands and packages. We don't take no for an answer.
It's hard work, but as long as you do it, it's fine.
There's a mental aspect that's been thrown in now, and that is computer knowledge, the ability to grasp new ideas, the ability to run with new ideas. Customer service is at a much higher level now than it was then.
The salesmen are now on laptops, our drivers are on a Palm Pilot. As the technical side of the business continues to grow, we still need to go. The information that you're able to get out of the laptops to help provide information in the trade to customers on demand.
You verify your loads. You have to print your load. You have to go in and click on that and print up your load. Then once you get your load printed, you go out and verify the truckload to make sure the truckload is all right. So you physically go out and count the truck. And then once that's through, you head out on your route.
Definitely have to put beer away, stack, triple stack. Whatever you have to do, you got to do it. Here you have to do a lot more for the customer.
Presentation means everything. So the look of the product, the way it's stacked, the way we present it, that is extremely important.
What somebody likes to do, what drives them, what they're passionate about, the skill set that they realize they have within themselves. There are very specific departments that they can go into that they can contribute to Great Bay in a big way.
Basically, you start from the bottom, merchandising, and then you go to palletized, which is working the order into the grocery store, and then you have to, work your way up into the company and do the best you can and try to be the best of the best.
I started in the warehouse, and I was in the warehouse for about a year and 3 months, and that was a great start for me. I got to learn the actual product, the whole 9 yards, with actual getting into the inner workings of how the beer business is run.
There isn't a day goes by that we don't look for a better way to sell the entire portfolio that's in the warehouse at Great Bay Distributors.
We use the pedal system, which means our guys still deliver beer off the truck, kind of what you're used to seeing out there in most beer operations. So first off, you need to be personality plus. If you can't communicate with people and you can't make friends, you really have no business being in the on-premise department, because you deal with the owners of the bars, you deal with the general managers of restaurants, you deal with the food and beverage guys at hotels, and so you're constantly dealing with the person that's right there selling your product.
We have a system in place now that allows us to shift gears and push the right buttons and focus on each and every brand we need to, each and every retailer, each and every segment of the business, independent, chain, grocery.
It's very difficult. If you're not organized, then you're not going to last very long.
I'm a merchandiser. I go in there, check all the beer, make sure, see what is empty, see what's not, and pretty much fill it up.
I like to say I let the guys work within a box. You know, here's Great Bay standards. How you accomplish your job is a little different for each person that works that position. And as long as they get the job done to our standards, if they create their own way of doing it, then it works for me. I don't want to be so regimented that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
You have 7 days, a 7-day window from when the beer's on the shelf to the new beer. You always have to have the older beer up front, newer beer in the back, and pretty much it's that 7-day window. You have to stick to that 7-day window and you'll be all right.
We've had people that have started here straight out of high school, and they've been here 35 years, and they're now in management positions. It's something you can learn. You've got to commit yourself to it, and by walking in the front door the first day, you've committed yourself to working hard, learning, innovating, being part of the team, and putting in the 70 hours a week if it's called for during a busy spring break time.
The best thing for me to do is to absorb everything I can from everybody around me and learn as much as I can.
Great Bay is an exciting place to work. It's probably one of the best jobs I've had so far.
It's not just someplace to go right now, it's someplace to go in the future. And they offer all kinds of opportunities for everybody.
I see a lot of people, and I've heard, just my 2 short months that I've been here, people working their way up from the bottom straight to the top. I mean, it's not as hard as people might think to move up here. I mean, I've already moved up 2 positions in 2 months that I've been here, so, I mean, definitely, I see myself here.
The people I work with are great, and I think that's what keeps me coming back every day. The guys I ride with that are salesmen, we're all out to help each other. We're not out there to screw anybody. We're there to get done.
The best thing is the interaction, the people. I'm interacting with different people all the time.
I like being outside. I get to work with the different people every day. The atmosphere is great.
The best day on the job was the day I got hired. And the funniest day was probably the day I locked myself inside a company vehicle.
I think I bleed Bud, actually, to tell you the truth. Consumption and non-consumption. Like what I said before is you have to go the 110, 120% for Budweiser.
You have to have a strong work ethic. It's hard work, but if you're dedicated, I mean, it's not a problem.
Become Bud, work hard, and try to make it to the top.
Everything's uniform. That's the way it has to be. And you always want to walk out knowing that, you're the best. That's it. That makes me Bud.